Okay. Instead, I'll do one more because I got a little energy. You know, had dinner. I'm gonna go to Lowe's. I'm gonna return. Well, I'll make another video when I go to Lowe's. Maybe. I just want to get in and get out. But I need to buy some of the different case. I bought casing for the bottom piece, but I'm gonna buy baseboard for the bottom because that's 4.5. Let me push in. That's about 4.5. That span, about 4.5. And what the configuration I have now when I put the crown to the casing is about 4.25. So that's not going to work. So I'm going to return the casing and I'm going to get baseboard probably. Well, I know it comes 2.5, 4, and you know I might get. I don't know. I might get 4 inches just to make it easy for myself. But anyway, that's a little bit later. Here's what I'm doing with the Jolly. And I'm looking at my spacing. Let me pull it out. I'm looking at the spacing with my Jolly, and I know the appropriate thing to do is have it like right next to the ridge that we talked about. But I'm thinking about making it uniform with my grout. I think that'll look better. I cut a piece, a jig. I'm going to call this my jig. I cut a piece for the corner up here, and there's I have it really above that. You see it? Yeah, you can see it. And I have it really sticking out over here too. So that's actually a good thing for me because I made it really tight, of course. So I don't want it that tight. I want to have a nice area to put some drywall mud on there, you know. So I'm thinking that's going to kill two birds with one stone. And there's a trick to corners. I don't know. I don't care whether you're talking finished trim or, you know, jelly molding or you know, cabinet, making picture frames. There's definitely an art to making your 90s or making your 45s to add up to a 90. And I'm working on that with this stuff, and I haven't perfected my technique with this trim yet, but I will. So, that's what I'm thinking about. And the span, you see, I put, well, maybe you didn't see it, but there's a pencil mark underneath there because I learned from my mistake. I am not going to be thin setting when I put my tile up. I'm not going to be thin setting where the Jolly wants to go. I'll wait and do that when I put the Jolly in. Then I'll put a gob of thin set all over the place, you know, and then slide this Jolly into place where I want it, and you know, tape it and whatnot overnight. So I think that's going to be a real nice look, and I'm referring to this look right here. Now it's going to be a little bit tighter in, but I'm liking the fact that I can give it a little bit more depth, which will give me a little bit more overhang over here, which will give me a nice wall to work with the drywall mud. I like that. So that's a win-win. That's a win-win, triple win, I think. So I'm really excited about about finishing it, you know, getting anything all tiled and getting the deck tile done. Oops, and you know, just getting this tub done. So I'm really excited about getting this thing going. But I'm liking the trim. And yeah, definitely learned from my mistakes as far as, you know, don't be thin setting your Jolly. And well, I did it, you know, I'm sure a lot of tile guys and gals out there, when they put their Jolly up, they don't do it like I did. They probably don't even put it up against the wall and use it as a straight edge like I did. But I wanted something to actually give me a straight edge, and this is what I used. So over here, I learned a little bit, right? Remember I made those lines, and I came up to my line. When I start cutting my tile up here, that's why I wanted to put this jig in place, because I wanted to get an idea of what my measure is going to be, and it's going to have to be consistent with this edge, right? This edge is going to be flowing all the way down, right? It's going to be flowing all the way down, and it's going to be marrying up to the edge on that end as well. So So that's a good thing. Yeah, I think I'm on to something with pulling this out a little bit further away. I mean, look at that, right? I don't know if you can see that. Me moving the camera everywhere. But I got a nice little ledge up there. And you wouldn't know, you'll never know that once I get done with taping. I'm doing some tape and texture. Hopefully you won't see that. You won't be coming in here and say, hey, Bob, let me look at what you did. Let me look at what you did over here. I'll be like, well, what are you talking about? There's nothing there to see. So anyway, I know. So I'm going to go to Lowe's and return that casing and get some other casing. Or, I'm sorry, the baseboard. Because I think that's a better way to go. So with the casing, there was too many ridges, right? So I was trying to fit the it's like, well, here's the crown. And here's the casing. I was thinking, not that I bought, not that I'm returning. This is door casing that I used when I put some, other doors on. But what I'm getting to is there's so many grooves in this casing, right? I mean, look at this. You know, see that? With baseboard, you just have the bottom area or the top area, and everything else is smooth after that for baseboard. So that's the plan there. All right. I'm going to bring you in, so I want you to see the Jolly. All right, so I'm going to leave you with that shot right there. Okay. Yep. We're going to get this thing done. Not today, not tomorrow, but pretty soon. All right. So stay tuned. It's Saturday, so be safe out there. Okay. Have a good time. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. There'll be more to come.